WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Juneteenth 2024. And we're kicking off another good time here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Thanks y'all for coming back. My name is Marcus Smoot.
My name is Miss Larry Bravado.
And this your boy TiggaMann.
So, y'all, rest in peace, Willie Mae. Black baseball icon.
That was part of my goddamn
legend. I'm just saying. I mean, it still can be. We ain't gonna elaborate. I just wanted to say rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, what's the vibe this week, Miss Lyric? How you feeling?
I'm good. No complaints. None whatsoever.
Happy Juneteenth.
I'm a little disappointed though.
Why?
Oh, thank you. Well, last week I said I was supposed to do the Taste of DC. Well, let me talk about that tragic shit.
Oh, hell.
We get there at 1:00. Our time is supposed to be 3. So we get there well in advance to make sure everything is on the up and up.
Right.
The event coordinator, whoever that person is, drops all the balls.
Not drop the balls. Nah, I hate the balls. Don't drop the ball.
We didn't end up, no go-go band ended up performing at the Taste of DC.
Oh.
And I kind of feel like some things were purposely done so that no go-go bands could play.
Oh, we talking like shady, like white fuckery, or are we talking like just overall jealousy kind of shadery fuckery?
I don't know, but if somebody tells you exactly what a band needs and you're like, okay, and then you don't make sure that everything that a go-go band, a professional go-go band needs is available, you're the problem. And it sucks because all the rock bands got to play. All the Latin bands got to play.
Wow.
But the music from the city, access denied. So, very upset about that. Very disappointed in the poor management.
Jesus.
And whoever was in charge of that.
And for those of you that are...
and it was packed. There was so many people out there. Oh my gosh. We could have really networked and gained some fans there. And people were waiting too. Like a lot of people were waiting. They had chairs, blankets set up in this little area just waiting for us to go on. So yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about that.
Wow. Well, for those of you that may, be a little bit newer to the podcast, you may not know that Miss Lyric is part of she's part of a band. She's an independent artist, but she's also part of a band. So a lot of her dealings and stuff, she's able to just deal with and be as a part of different shows and events here in the DC area. And well, I mean, if you listen from time to time, you'll hear some tales. So thanks for that. TiggaMann, how you feeling this week? What's the vibe?
I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I had a long night last night, so...
I bet you did. Didn't have to work today?
After 10 o'clock. No, I took off today.
I hear you. Hey, man, we're going to get into that, too.
I was taking off.
Had a long night, huh?
Yeah. I went to a little throuple.
Who? A throuple? You did it with 2 other people at the same time? How was it? Did you enjoy it?
It was great.
Was it?
It was wonderful.
Did you do a sleazy thing?
It was more than 2 people. What you talking about?
Wait.
Okay. A throuple. That's a whole group of people.
No, a throuple is 3 people. A brothel.
I mean,
is
a brothel.
something.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Okay. See, now I'm divided on what I want to name this show because throuple or brothel. Like, what the heck? Oh.
That's what I meant.
God help them. If you have Lyric, what's wrong? Why's her face? Is she stuck? No, she blinking.
We gonna talk after this break because I need to know. Excuse me.
Wow. Okay. So, if you haven't guessed, my mood is very good, actually. I mean, it's Pride Month. It's Juneteenth. You know, mix in a little head right now, and I'll be perfect. I'll be in bliss.
What?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm in my zen, so I'm feeling good. So, let's go ahead and sound off by talking about what we learned Black this week in a segment we call Black Facts. What you got, Mr. TiggaMann?
All right, so I got Emma Thompson, an 88-year-old African-American woman from Montgomery County, Maryland, was honored for her 33 years of dedicated service as a foster parent, having cared for over 30 children since the 1990s.
Jesus.
She now plans to retire. At the recognition event on the last day of the Foster Parent Appreciation Month, many of her foster children gathered to witness. The county executive, Mark Elrich, recognized Thompson's remarkable contributions.
Jeez, 33 years.
Yes, most of the kids that she had taken in, they are now college graduates, business owners, medical professionals, and accomplished athletes. And that's it. So
Wow, that's enough. 33 years is amazing.
Yes, she's taking care of about over 30 children. Plus, she had her own 2 biological children that she was taking care of also.
Flex, work, mama.
Who also adopted 2 of the foster children that she was taking care of.
Sheesh. 33 years of retirement. Thanks for your help, and thanks for the and you said Montgomery County, Maryland, so that's Montgomery right around the corner. All right, doing big things in Maryland. What you got, Miss Lear?
All right, I actually had maybe 2, but I'll just do this one for right now.
All right.
I was today years old when I found out Paradise Park was a safe haven for Black Americans in the Jim Crow era. Where is Paradise Park? It is in Silver Springs, Florida.
Well, I thought you were about to say Silver Spring, Maryland. Right. About to say what? Okay.
You know, everything happens crazy in Florida.
This is true.
So in the days of Jim Crow, African Americans in Central Florida didn't have many places they could turn to for recreation outside of their insular communities. But on one side of Silver River and Silver Springs, Florida, there was Paradise Park, a tourist attraction for colored people.
Nice.
So from 1949 to 1969, the park provided a refuge to vacation and forget about the harsh violence occurring in Florida at the time. It was only designated for colored people, and the property was developed by Carl Ray and W.M. Shorty Davidson, co-owners of Silver Springs from 1924 to 1962. While making improvements in the Silver Spring area, Ray and Davidson also took time to create a tropical setting of palm trees, flowering azaleas, and multicolored pansies specifically for Black people who, because of segregation, were barred from the main attraction.
Wow.
There was a sandy beach, a pavilion with a dance floor, a concession stand, and a picnic area. Visitors played softball and other sports from time to time, and they swam there.
That is dope, though. Like, at least have a vacation spot, especially in Florida. I feel like that's a Disneyland now for Floridians. But people are like, it'd be like, you can't say Black, you can't say gay, you can't do none of that shit in Florida until you go over to Disney World, and they be like, hey, girl, come on in. Huh. Yeah, I can see it a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Huh.
That's all them Black people there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's nice. Nice that we had a little piece of something to go to.
I feel you. All right, so for me, I want to talk about the documentary that I watched today, and it came out on Netflix today. It was called Black Barbie, and by Shonda Rhimes.
I want to watch that.
Yeah. You said Lil' Kim.
Yeah, she's the Black Barbie. Dressed
That's not who they. That's not who they mentioned in this documentary, sir. Nope. To me, it was more so like the story of the creation of like the first Black baby Barbie doll or whatever. but it also discusses like the importance of like textured hair, fuller features, and how it's even like one of the dolls was inspired by Diana Ross. And then it talks about like the different celebrities over the years, and it actually it makes a timeline of everything, and it like gives important notes, and it talks about how Black Barbie wasn't even a thing back in the 50s and stuff, right. And then it became a thing, and how important it is now. They even like so y'all remember the documentaries that I talked about a few weeks ago and that we've all seen, where like the kids go and they're talking to the psychologist about which baby doll is ugly and shit like that. Well, it was that, but it was modernized, so it was today's children in their minds, and how like to see the testimonials for the children nowadays versus how they were like back then when I was also alive to witness. It's so different. And like I said, I'm at that age to where I can see significant changes in timelines, and from my experience to now what these children are experiencing. So it was powerful. Like, I recommend it. Like, I don't care if you're a doll. It's not even about like doll collectors or, ooh, I really want you to see this because yes, bitch, we gonna party for, it's not like that. It's just very much like laying out the timeline so that maybe people in our generation can relate to it and kind of see it. And, because we dealt with this firsthand. We're not being fed this information over books or text. This is all things that we've experienced. So it's a lot more tangible to me.
Oh, okay.
So, y'all, I definitely recommend that, just like I recommend If It Were Lyric. And she's up next. Right here on WRTR. We shall be back in just a black ass second.
Donald Trump just attacked Fox News and told all of his supporters not to watch the network or to trust it. I can't believe this is coming out of the mouth of Donald Trump. Let's pull it up and give it a read. Quote, "Nobody can ever trust Fox News, and I am one of them, with the weak and ineffective rhino Paul Ryan on its board of directors. He's a total lightweight, a failed and pathetic Speaker of the House, and a very disloyal person. Romney was bad, but Paul Ryan made him look worse. As a team, they never had a chance. Rupert and Lachlan, get that dog off your board. You don't need him. All you need is Trump. Make America great again." Wow, Donald Trump going after the only major news outlet, quotations around news, that is supporting his candidacy. He is sabotaging his own campaign by doing this, and I'm here for it. So great job, Donald Trump. Keep it up.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would if it were lyric.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I give my 2 cents about your situationships, relationships, and friendships. And I give my 2 cents about it. You guys keep on sending me your advice questions to my Gmail, and I really appreciate it. But keep them short, please, because this next one is very long, and I'm going to have to, chop it down a little bit. If you don't want to email me, send me a DM to my Facebook or my Twitter. X, before I delete it. Yeah. Or my Instagram. Yes.
She a Christian woman. She can't be doing what y'all doing now on X.
No, because X then turned rated X, literally. Literally. And I'm like, good grief. I was being nosy for a little bit, but now it's like that's all you see down the timeline. Anyway.
All I needed to see was 3 elderlies and I was over
it. You know what I'm done.
Busted open. Ew. Go ahead. You got one for me?
I do. All right. So this one says, "Dear Lyric, for the sake of this letter, just call me Sydney. I'm a biracial mom to 2 amazing children. My own mother raised me and pretty much raised me in an all-white community. I had white friends, white relatives, all very white. It wasn't until I became of age to be able to reach out to my biological father's family that I truly was able to embrace and learn about my black side. With media, black authors, poets, actors, actresses, and even family now showing me what it means to be black, I truly never knew how much my life and childhood was sheltered. Now I'm a mother. for 2 children that do not pass for white in any way, shape, or form. Mother to mother, I have a question. I live in a small town and am barely making ends meet. But I want to show my children what it means to embrace and cherish their heritage. I never want them to feel the loneliness I felt growing up. There aren't many other Black children around us, and I feel somewhat limited in the experiences I can give them being from this hick town. If it were you, how would you instill these values in your children to ensure that they value both sides of themselves wholly? I know you're not Iyanla and you can't fix my life, but some tips would do me a world of good. I have no idea where to start, but I'm committed to not fuck these kids up. With love, Sydney.
Aw, Sydney, I love that. I love that you want to embrace your Black side and instill that in your kids too.
Right.
Take them to the library, girl.
Unless you live in Florida and then the books ain't there no more.
Hopefully you don't live in Florida, but take them to the library. Get them some books with children that look like them in it. If you can't do that, research. There's a lot of different authors that send like books for free. You know what I'm saying? And if you have internet service, you can get books online for free as well. Read to your children. You don't necessarily always have to have money to do things, you know, to teach your children, you know, about their culture and about their heritage and where they came from. There's lots of fun things that you can do with them at home for the free. Because, baby, I'm a coupon mom. I be trying to save my coin.
I know that's right.
Because you never know. Something is always going on and you might not have the money for stuff. And I understand that life be life and times are hard. Inflation sucks. And adulting can kiss my Black ass.
I hate
it. You know, I'm happy to hear that you were trying to do well for those babies. And like I said, look on the internet. Google is free and your friend. That's what I would do.
All righty. That's all I got for you this week.
All right.
I was
you want to give me one?
Okay. Let's see.
Ow. Mosquito done bit me on my motherfucking ankle.
Listen, let me tell you something about these Baltimore mosquitoes. These bitches are let me tell you something. These bitches are a different breed. You cannot lean up against your front door without one of them bitches on the other side of your front door biting through and biting you. Like, it is serious.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I can't.
I'm sorry, TiggaMann. Go ahead.
Okay. I cannot. Okay, so this is from Jess.
Hopefully not the one I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
Dear Larry, I've been divorced for 9 years.
Jesus.
Before that, I was a stay-at-home mom raising 4 children. I had an in-home business and most of the money went to our family needs. My husband became an alcoholic 20 years into our 28-year marriage. After we divorced, my 2 adult daughters abandoned me because I received spousal support from their father. Whenever I let them know how much I miss them, the only answer they give the only answer that they give is that they will resume a relationship when I stop taking the money. My younger daughter, my younger daughter and I were close for years after the divorce. Then all of a sudden everything changed and she ceased all communication. I used to have wonderful relationships with both. They have since blocked communication with me and moved far away from me and their father. I would love to have a relationship with them, but everything is a dead end. If you're wondering, yes, the money is being used for living expenses. Do you have any advice?
Damn. Alone?
I be wanting to say, girl, fuck them kids. Listen, my therapist says stop being nice and say what comes to my first mind, and that's what's on my first mind. But I'm gonna give you the little politically correct answer, I guess, if that's what you want. Jazz. Nah, but on a serious note, like if you've done all that you can do and you've reached out and you've tried to heal these relationships with your kids, you've done your job. First of all, you've done your job as far as raising them. You've instilled the morals and values in them, and now they are grown and they can make decisions for themselves. If they decided that they no longer want to have a relationship with you, even though you pursue one, leave it alone. Because guess what? Your peace of mind is very valuable. It's priceless. And it's better for you to just accept what is than to keep on chasing and to keep on having to deal with the rejection. When they are ready, if they are ready, they will come to you, and maybe you'll be able to have a conversation and heal and mend whatever is broken within your relationship. But until then, baby, live your life.
Right.
Mama's got to have a life too. Okay. As far as the money, you doing what you need to do to survive out here in these streets. You paying the bills, you making sure everything's on the up and up. You're doing your job, and don't let anybody else tell you that taking care of your responsibilities is wrong, because it's not. There's plenty of people who will use that money to go get a BBL done, go get their body done, go on all types of trips.
Right.
You know, get their teeth fixed, all types of materialistic things.
Right.
But you are not. You're doing what you need to do as a grown-ass woman. And if they can't see that, then don't worry about it. Case closed. Like, our girl.
Wow.
Fuck them kids.
Y'all be having some real problems. My heart goes out. Jesus. It does.
Yeah. Please.
Ooh.
Okay. You said you have one too?
Yeah, I'm gonna go last. So you can get me
Okay.
out.
Okay, so my last one. They didn't put their name on this, so I'm gonna just say
Anonymous.
Yes.
Okay.
Dear Lyric, I have 2 granddaughters and 4 grandsons. My granddaughter, ages 19 and 20, wear thong bikinis at family swim events in front of their dad, grandpa, uncles, and cousins. I believe this is incredibly inappropriate. I'm embarrassed and I don't want to attend swim parties with the family anymore. I've told my son my feelings, and he said he leaves the dress code up to his wife. Should I just stay away from family swim parties?
There is that option.
You do have that option. Because guess what? People grown and, you know, they may be trifling, but you can't really tell a grown person what to wear. We can always just give that side eye and be like, skank. You know what I'm saying? We can give those comments.
Not the judgmental side eye.
The judgmental aunties is always going to be in attendance at every cookout and every family function. Please believe it.
Always.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially in the black family.
Skank. Skis. Scallywag is a favorite of mine.
Well, why the baby titties hanging out the side? You know how aunties do and stuff.
She should be ashamed of herself. She knows she ain't got no business putting that on. She ain't even got the body for it.
Ain't nothing but the devil. Ain't nothing but the devil. Ain't nothing but the devil. She ain't going to heaven.
Oh my goodness.
No, I would
That is
just
too funny.
stay home and have your own little function at your house, because it is what it is. And if they keep doing it, it's not going to change no time soon.
Right.
Unless the people who is throwing it puts out a memo and says, hey, it's a little bit of a dress code at the next family function.
Exactly.
Maybe you can talk to whoever be throwing them, but if it's not your event,
Then nothing you can do about it.
it ain't nothing you can do about it, baby.
But if it's a pool party and if it's like a pool event, why would you then expect everybody to show up in like a wimple? Like, are you serious?
No, this is a family event. Why is these girls?
A family event.
And they got on bikinis.
People wearing them long joints with their ass all the way out.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You bend over, all you see is booty hole.
Exactly.
Oh, well, no, that doesn't happen at my family functions. I got
Whoever's throwing this event needs to put out a memo. But obviously, they don't have a problem with it if they still coming. So, I'll stay home. Everything ain't for everybody.
True. Ain't no booty holes at my events. Not out in the cold. Not at my family events. No.
A mess.
Woo.
A mess.
Well, yeah.
Throw that ass in a circle.
You stupid. All right. So this next one is what I was referring to. It is very long and drawn out. So I'm going to try my best to like shorten it as much as possible. So y'all bear with me.
Okay.
All right. So this next one is, Dear Lyric, my husband does not want to go to church with me or any religious organized event. He does not agree with my beliefs. He's 34 and I'm 26. It is very important to me. What can I do for middle ground? We have a lovely marriage and we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary just last month, and I'm currently 14 weeks pregnant. This whole situation is our one and only issue, and I hope that maybe somehow you can give me an idea of what to do. I'm a pastor's daughter and I'm religious as an adult, but I'm not outwardly Christian, however, because I am familiar with a lot of hateful rhetoric that is perpetuated by certain individuals holding my same religion. Personally, I'm not like that. My number one rule is Jesus loves everyone, and so do I. My church is very progressive and very diverse, and I love it. Because I'm not very outward in my faith, when I met my husband, he did not know for a while. It was only after a couple of months that he first came to my apartment and he saw my Bible and he asked about it, and I explained why it was there. Nowadays, he literally started to hide my Bible or my keys or my shoes or my purse to make me late or not go to church. He's threatened to not be home when I got home. I always end up not going, just staying home and crying. And he felt so bad that he came to church with me for the first time. But then it started getting worse. And now he makes remarks about me taking the baby to church with him, with me by myself. Yeah. What can I do to change this? Well, unfortunately for you, baby girl, as a Christian myself, it is a term called unequally yoked, and that is what you are. See, when you get into marriages, it's very important that you align yourself with someone who has equally values and morals as such as yourself. Upbringing and all of that matters. How you choose to raise kids, all of that matters. Finances, all of that matters. And all of these discussions should be had before you take that big step and align yourself with someone for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry about it, but unfortunately for you, it's never going to change unless he wants to change. What I can say is do not allow him to change you. If this is what you have grown into, and this is what you have accepted as your faith all of your life and into your adulthood, do not change that. What's going to happen is you're going to start resenting him for doing all of that hiding of the keys and hiding of your Bible and hiding of your shoes and hiding of your... Why is he doing all of that for? There's a problem, and it's going to be a problem, and especially when that baby comes.
Ooh, I forgot about the baby.
It's going to be tension in the house. So it's only a matter of time before, something happens that you might not like. I would say either you try to get some marriage counseling or you chalk it up and learn to co-parent, because guess what? He's not going to change the way that he views church and religion. that's how he was raised. So like I said, these conversations should have been had before you decided to say I do. And unfortunately for you, it didn't. And now you are seeing the repercussions of that. So girl, I hope you figure it out.
Wow.
But that's all I have this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sending me your advice questions. And if you want to continue to do so, please send them to my Gmail at likebravado@gmail.com or DM me on X until I get rid of it. Instagram. And
we said we weren't going to call it that.
Well, now I have to because it's rated X. But bye.
Okay, up next, Trolling with TiggaMann. We'll be right back.
I'm hungry.
My calculator is broke. Can y'all help me play with some numbers real quick? 80% of Americans agree that there should be access to abortion, but there are 21 states with abortion bans in place. I don't really think that adds up. According to the CDC, 80% of pregnancy-related deaths are preventable. But Black women are still 3 times as likely than white women to die from pregnancy-related causes. The 10 states with the highest population of Black people are the states with the strictest abortion bans. They also have some of the largest disparities when it comes to maternal outcomes. 1 in 5 women report some form of mistreatment while receiving maternal care. The number drops to 1 in 3 for non-white women. Health insurance and access to family planning are statistically less likely for Black and Hispanic women. In Georgia, where I live, there are 80 counties with no access to an OBGYN, and rural areas in general report numbers as low as 6.4% for their access to an obstetrician. So if we do the math, we come to 2 conclusions. 1, the interests of anti-abortion lawmakers do not represent the majority of Americans, and their priorities should be centered around improving the reproductive health care system, especially for the most vulnerable populations.
If it's on your timeline, he's already seen it. Time to troll with TiggaMann.
Hey. Welcome back to another segment of Trolling with your boy, TiggaMann. Now, I know when you hear trolling, you may be thinking it's just about gossip, celebrity gossip. Well, I want to inform you that it is about celebrity gossip, but also international news, local news, and what goes on in your bedroom. All right.
Phew.
Okay, so first we have up President Biden's son.
Oh, Lord.
Hunter.
That is such a white name, by the way. If ever. Hunter.
Yes.
Jesus.
He was just found guilty on all 3 felony counts of lying on a federal firearm.
Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, he was just found guilty on all 3 felony counts of lying on a federal firearms application. The lies were about his drug use. The jury only deliberated for 3 hours before convicting Hunter. He can face up to 25 years in prison now. A sentence date has not yet been set, but the judge reportedly noted that sentencing typically goes down about 120 days after a verdict is rendered.
Jesus.
Yes.
Get it together, Hunter.
Right, Hunter.
You, Brett, Biff, John, I don't know, like all of y'all. Get it together.
All right, next we have up Jason Scott. He is the son of the rapper Remy Ma.
Oh, okay. I know who he is. Okay.
So Jason Scott, he's 23 years old. Him and I guess one of his friends, another man, has been charged for first-degree murder. They also have been charged with 2 counts of weapon possession and reckless endangerment. The charges are connected to a June 2nd, 2021 murder of a 47-year-old Darius Gullaboo, I guess, in Queens.
Bugaboo?
No, it's
I hate it.
It's spelled Guill.
Jigaboo?
No,
Oh.
Shut up.
Not on Juneteenth. Oh, no, not the Jigaboo on Juneteenth. No.
He had one of those what? Oh gosh. What? Hold on. What? People from New Orleans. down in the French Quarters. What do Beyonce call herself?
What you mean, Creole?
Yeah, there you go. That's a Creole name. His last name is spelled Guillebeaux.
Oh, Gallardo.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah.
I thought he had said
from Queens,
else.
New York.
Yeah.
So yes, he's been charged for murder. I said that's why it's crazy because didn't Remy Ma go to jail for shooting somebody or something?
I think that she was alleged, but did she go to jail for that? Or
yes,
yeah, she went to jail.
Was that what she was? Okay,
yeah,
all right.
That's what she
I couldn't think if it was that particular instance or. Okay.
Yep. So that's crazy.
Wow.
And next we got Sexy.
Get it together, Jigaboo. Oh Lord, speaking of Jigaboo.
I know, right?
Oh.
Get it sexy. But yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. Before you even start, I did not need to hear anything about Sexy Red. Like I was done. Like, I mean, I side-eyed the Pussy Pink Booty Hole Brown song. That was like strike one. Then strike two was her in those ridiculous ass lip gloss brands that we was talking about last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this on this very podcast last year. And then like now with this, go ahead. I know you about to say it. Go ahead.
But anyway, she got arrested.
Oh no, I thought you said
this. No, she got arrested in New Jersey. At,
I'm shocked.
The Newark Liberty International Airport. She was in a brawl. There was a brawl, a huge brawl at the airport, and she was part of it. And of course, there was video taken of her picking up one of those metal pole things where they had the
you talking about the little Kerrigan rods that the police have?
Yes. Yeah. I think that,
no. They're called nightsticks, but I call them Kerrigan rods.
No, it wasn't nightsticks. It was one of the pole things,
the little poles that hold people for the line.
Yeah.
Oh.
She picked up one of those. And swung it at somebody.
Not the valet pole bar.
You could kill someone.
But check this out. We knew who it was because she had the red bonnet on her head.
Of course.
She had that red bonnet on.
Of
so
course.
She got arrested.
Iconic.
She's being charged. So she's being charged. And
she getting sued.
Yes, and she's getting sued.
Most likely.
Speaking of being arrested.
Child, don't
now
say
this
it.
Dumb girl.
Don't say it.
Krishan Rock.
Oh, he said it.
This dumb girl. We already know she has warrants or whatever. Remember a few episodes ago where I was talking about where she was she went live and was like she getting herself together now. She's paying her legal fees and all this other, trying to get herself together. Well, she already had a warrant out for her arrest.
Oh,
now, this dumb girl gonna go up to the courthouse for Blueface trial and get arrested. The cops already waiting for her. They already knew she was coming and they was waiting for her so they can arrest her.
But did she? She don't strike me as the brightest person. Did she know that she had warrants?
Yes.
She know.
Yes, because a couple months ago she also got on Instagram Live and said, "Yeah, I don't plan on turning myself in because I need my son."
Oh.
Yeah,
and then the dumb ass gonna go up to a freaking go up to a court here and got arrested. She had the baby with her.
I try to stay out of Krishan related information ever since Lyric dragged her a few podcasts ago. I don't want to hear nothing else about her.
So she so she got arrested. They booked her. They sentenced her for 30 days in some California jail for 30 days. She's been sentenced there. Then after that, then she got another trial because she got a warrant. She got a warrant in Oklahoma. I think it's Oklahoma. She got
drug related.
Drug related thing in Oklahoma that she's going to be. She got a sentence there, and I said, "Now this is crazy." Meanwhile, at the courthouse, Blueface mama and daddy did, and their whole little crew and all that. Them two get to arguing in the court lobby because they didn't want to take the baby. Both parents in jail now. They don't want to take the baby, so they going back and forth. This was all on video too. They going back and forth arguing with each other about who taking the baby. Neither one of them ended up taking the baby. Krishan's friend went on and took the baby. The one Tasiki beat up. Yeah, the one Tasiki beat up on Baddies.
Marsha got the baby.
Yeah, she got the baby. Meanwhile, mama in jail, daddy in jail. Ain't no telling when either one of them getting out of jail.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
come on, y'all the grandparents. Why y'all act like y'all can't take the baby? And then the grandfather be posting pictures of him and the baby together on social media. Like, he act like he didn't even want to take the daggone baby at all.
And
So
why do
I
people
said,
do
that's
that?
crazy.
You know what? That goes to a larger issue. Why do people only want to be like social media parents?
Yeah,
Like when your baby is around and you got your phone in your hand, that you all about that baby. That baby could not be that baby is the greatest thing in the world. In the
Right.
moment you hit that button and you stop going live, it'd be like your baby be hungry, beating pissed and shitting on itself 12 times before you change the diaper. Get out of here.
Mhm.
Oh.
Okay, so next we have.
I ain't trying to be funny. Hold on. I ain't trying to be funny, and I mean this with love. But while them parents is in jail, I hope whoever has that baby goes and gets that baby the help that it needs, because something is wrong
Oh
with that
my
baby.
God.
Yeah, it is.
And everybody's
and I know-
acting like, oh no, it's good. No. I hate that in the black community that we try to make, we're going to treat them like they're normal instead of getting them the help that they need. No, go get
Right.
help.
Oh my God. Oh my
Exactly.
God. How many people went through childhood with disabilities or learning disabilities or tics or different shit that they did not address because of the stigmas behind what? Oh my gosh. You preaching. You preaching there.
Yes.
I'm
But anyway,
telling
next
you.
up we have your boy Diddy. Okay, so Howard University announced that its board of trustees is revoking Diddy's honorary degree
Oh, well, then I'm ready.
because of the whole because of that whole incident with him and Cass.
Absolutely.
Furthermore, well, they said that he's no longer what was the word they used?
Qualified, human life.
Basically. Oh, he's no
Humanitarian.
He's no longer worthy to hold the institution's highest honor. So they revoked that from him. And then also, the mayor of New York has also requested that he give back the key to the city.
Right. But you know what? I kind of, I don't know. These statements and the way they're worded and stuff, you're no longer worthy. Let's be clear. He was never actually worthy. He just did this shit and it was socially acceptable back then. And like now, things are highlighted more, things are publicized more because we have more access and more ways to communicate these bad things that are happening. But let's not act like he was ever worthy, because I mean, he put out executive produced shows where he was sitting back. Talk about go down across town and get this for me, like belittling people, like really like shitting on them. We all watched, we all laughed. You still gave him the key to the city. You was like, that nigga there? That's what we aspire to be. Gave him a key to the city, gave him all of these awards, and now that people are putting things together in chronological order, now y'all want to be like, oh, well, you're no longer worthy. No, bitch, be clear. Y'all were shitheads for putting that or giving them these daggone things.
Okay, next up,
that cheesecake was nasty anyway.
You get on my nerves.
I just tried it the other day for the first time, and it was nasty as shit.
It was nasty.
No.
It's crazy. Yeah. All right, next up we have Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon is putting his family jewels first.
When did he stop?
Hold on. He just took out an insurance policy on his well-tested testicles, which he is valuing at a whopping 8 figures.
But who's gonna? I mean, are they up for auction?
Huh?
Are they up for auction? Like, why is he doing this? Like, who asked for this?
Listen, I don't know.
Was there like a hit on his balls? Was like, I mean, help me.
You need to get a vasectomy and stop making all of these broken homes.
Yes.
There's no way. Father's Day, there's no way you could tell me he visited all them goddamn children. No way. There's no way. Mm-mm.
Yes, he just launched a new collab with Dr. Squatch Ball Valuation Tool. The men's care company assessed mixed population boosting balls at $10 million.
I just hope this don't start some like weird ass nigga trend where niggas is out here shooting up the club because they want to aspire to do shit like this and then go get their balls insured for ridiculous amounts. Let's not do this. Let's not even start.
Yes.
Let's not do it because I can see this trending.
All right, and then we have Justin Timberlake. Lord Jesus. Okay. So Justin Timberlake was arrested Tuesday night for driving while intoxicated by the Sag Harbor Police Department. Prosecutors charged Justin with 1 DUI count and cited him for running a stop sign and yelling to stay in his lane. Following his arraignment, Justin was released without bail. His next court date is reported scheduled for July 26th. And so the funny thing about this is
Justin Timberlake, DUI, hilarious. Honestly,
no. Supposedly he got drug tested, and they said that he had poppers.
Oh,
he had poppers in his.
Oh,
he had what?
Hold on,
poppers.
Truvada.
Oh,
so what was he doing?
Breaking up.
So what was he doing?
Okay. No.
So what was he doing?
Okay, so there.
You're gonna have to text it to me because that joint froze up right when you were saying it. I'm mad.
No, what he said, he said they had he was found with poppers in his system. So for those of y'all that don't know, poppers is like it's a preferred option.
Oh, is that the relax your booty hole joint?
Yeah, you go. Well, I was gonna try to say it nice, but
okay.
It's like an aphrodisiac. It makes
I got it.
more intense.
Yeah. So and then he had Truvada, which is a widely known PrEP medication for it's for anybody, but it's like mostly used by men who have sex with men. So of course the rumors have shot and skyrocketed, and
they had a field day on social
see all these analogies. Shot skyrocketed.
I said, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have your girl Kenya Moore. She has just been suspended indefinitely from filming The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 after allegedly sharing explicit images of a new cast member, Brittany Edie.
She did not do that. She
That's
didn't.
What they said. And I don't put it behind her because Kenya wouldn't do something like that.
No, I know she would. She's like the do that girl, but I'm thinking more so on just the petty aspect. And like she always like presents herself or tries to present herself as this poised kind of personality, that don't nobody really, she always tries to present herself as like really classy and stuff. So to do something like that, it just, I guess I wouldn't even expect it of Kenya.
Right. Oh, I would expect it because
really,
yes, I would expect her doing something like that.
Maybe I checked out a Housewives a long time ago.
And last night, and last I have Rick Ross. Rick Ross celebrates the end of child support on Father's Day.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Yes. He rolled out on his final child support payment to his ex-girlfriend, Tiana Kemp, who was not happy he made this news public. So basically, he went on Father's Day. I think we lost. Yeah, but on Father's Day, he posted. He went live on social media and was like, "Hey, this is my final payment, and it's on Father's Day." And
but why do we need to be included in that? That's what that was just tacky to me.
Yes, he was smiling and laughing, and he was like, he said, would you rather celebrate Father's Day or celebrate writing your last child support check?
Wow. You know what? I don't know how. Okay, so imagine a child, right, that grew up in a home to where it was like widely known that your dad gives child support, and they have those kind of adult conversations around you and really aren't supposed to. So imagine being that child growing up and seeing your father do something like that. I just want to, like, I want the POV of somebody that actually has gone through this or seen this play out. Hit us up, tweet us at WRTR Radio, because I really like, I want to know what that's like for you. Wow.
Right. Yeah. And so after Tia Kemp caught whiff of the video, she went on live and went off. She went off on him. She went off on him and threatened him too. She was like, she would threaten to keep him bound to child support while their son attends college for the next few years.
Jesus, she did that on live for all of us.
Yeah, she was going off. She was going off.
Classy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, that wraps it up for this week's segment of Trolling with your boy TiggaMann.
Well, thank you for that, sir. All right, so in my segment this week, the Caucasity, I'm going to call it this week, I'm going to call it A Moment of Pride. We'll be right back.
The Democrats and the fake news media want to constantly talk about, oh, President Trump is a convicted felon. Well, you want to know something? The man that I worship is also a convicted felon. And he was murdered on a Roman cross.
Number one, did she just compare Trump to Jesus, Jamarcus Christ? Number two, what if I told you that both Democrats and Republicans is full of that shit you flush down toilets, Republican shit that stinks smoke? Number three, people in my community are disproportionately convicted for felonies, and I ain't never heard nobody refer to them as Jesus. Number four, y'all don't find it suspicious that these folks been hollering about law and order and how we should conform to the law and disrespect law enforcement this entire time, only for their Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, to be convicted, and all of a sudden now, the system is it's all bad, man. It's all corrupt. Number five, do y'all know people that look like me represent 48% of people serving life sentences, life without parole, or virtual life sentences? Number six, white privilege is you being convicted of a crime makes you Christ-like, but them being convicted of a crime makes them criminal-like. Number seven, Oxford says a cult is defined as a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or an object. Number eight, I think a lot of MAGA supporters fit this description right here. Misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. Number eight, ain't this blasphemy? I thought the word said put no other gods before me, and I think comparing Trump to Jesus might be like that. Number nine, the conservative contradictions is baffling, and maybe they are a cult.
And guys, I'm starting to think you're in a cult. That is your right, but it's not your responsibility. I promise you that's not what your constituents would want. So if you believe in states' rights, except when a jury in that state convicts your nominee for president, you might be in a cult. If you claim you back the blue but want to defund the police when the police go to your nominee's house to retrieve national security secrets, you might be in a cult. If you're supporting a guy whose felony convictions prevent him from getting a security clearance, you might be in a cult. And if the guy you're supporting for president has felony convictions that prevent him from going to Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, China, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Egypt, Ethiopia, Hong Kong, my motion India, takes precedent. Indonesia, Iran, Ireland, Israel, Japan, Kenya, Macau, Malaysia, Mexico, Morocco, Nepal, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines, Singapore, South.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
Okay, so we're back, and this week I'm gonna call my little rant a moment of pride. So every year around this time, like, I'm never really shocked that y'all turn up the homophobia to like 1,000 because it's Pride Month, and you know, folks, they don't know no better. To be honest with you, we're not there yet as a society, so I get like a certain amount of animosity when it comes to, or like pushback when it comes to pride and gay being like widely, celebrated, and rainbows and flags all over the place. It's kind of overwhelming for a world that's so homophobic. So I can see in some ways why that would be like unnerving, as like this wave all of a sudden of all this yay gay, and then people not standing for the bullshit, people checking you on your homophobia, all of that good stuff. Like, I get that. and I see like where it can throw people off. What I'm not ready for, or what, just kind of unnerves me and kind of set this whole thought process for me, putting this thought together, was Marlon Wayans, when he took to the internet, for those of y'all that don't know, and he posted several pictures of him in like rainbow gear, pride, like very pro pride. He had like a mask where it was like a rainbow mask on one half, the other half was his face. I read the comments, I'm looking at the internet's reactions. Some people were like, looking at it and they were, Marlon came out of the closet. And of course, people ran with that. Other people were like, well, what the fuck is he doing this for? Well, haven't we seen enough pride? Yada, yada, yada. And then those of you that actually pay attention and read things realize that, oh, wait, he has, well, for those of you that aren't as connected, you realize that he has a gay relative who's also a comedian, an openly gay relative who's a comedian. And she, then people were like, oh, well, he's supporting his cousin. And then again, for those of you that actually pay attention, you realize that he has a trans son. So I saw all these like hateful comments and just different things throughout, like just the whole discussion. And people are talking about, oh, well, that's ridiculous. And why has he got to do all of this and everything? And then I kind of look at the other side of that. Because I know a lot of y'all don't know what a good relationship with your children looks like. I know a lot of you don't know what healthy parenting is like, but this would be an example of that. Like Marlon, to me, he's celebrating something that's important to his trans son, to his child, regardless if you want to see him as how he was born or how he is now, or however you want to see it. Marlon is that parent that is back, like that same parents that you are when you're rah-rahing your children and wearing their team's colors in the stands at their football game. He's that same person that is rah-rahing at his daughter's recital, or she forgot her steps or whatever, and he runs up there in a tutu and helps his daughter, and everybody has a good wholesome laugh. That's Marlon. That's the parenting that he represents. That's the person that he represents. And again, I get that it's uncomfortable for all of you out here that have just been able to live your life and live your truth open and unapologetically. But do you understand that? I mean, even if you don't understand the lifestyle, can you understand that there are people out here that have not had that opportunity to go out and live in their truth and be happy with who they are? Like, I think of my childhood and just growing up and how I was, just not exposed to gay at all. Like, I didn't have gay relatives. I didn't have gay friends. I didn't have any kind of connection to gay. Thought it was just me for the longest time because I was a doof that thought everything was wrong with me. But it was just living that experience that then to come into a world to where you realize that there are other people like you and that it's just who you are. Like, you didn't choose it. Ain't nobody do nothing fucked up to you to make you, ain't nobody drilling, like, make you be this way. Like, this is just who you are. And for a lot of people, they don't have that. So when they have these organized events in your city to where they're cheerful and happy and celebrating and dancing and all of that at your favorite bar, at your favorite donut shop, whatever it is, if they're doing that, you can sacrifice and get your coffee a different place for that weekend. You can go and, like, I don't particularly go to a lot of pride events because, I mean, I've been, but I don't particularly go because, I mean, it's not really my party scene anyways. It's just not who I am. But I can see the need and I can see the desire. I can see the whole point of having events like this so that they are conversations, so that you can have the uncomfortable conversations that you need to be having with your children regarding gay people and stop acting like they don't exist. Like, acting like people don't exist does not mean that they are then erased from the world. That's not how things work. It's simply not. They're going to be there. There's going to be gay people. There's going to be trans people. And however you choose to have these conversations with your children, they need to be honest conversations about who these people are. And the only way you can really have honest conversations is by going out and experiencing these things yourselves and stop acting like they don't exist. Not saying let's go all out to the brothel, TiggaMann. However, what I am saying is that you go out and you experience some of these things. Maybe read. It never hurts to read. And if you are completely just turned off to the idea altogether, great, no problem. Don't be a part of a further problem for somebody else that's literally doing you no harm. We're not out here trying to convert your children to being gay. We're trying to make sure that gay children get an opportunity to live unapologetically, just prideful of who they are, because everybody else has that experience, but gay people don't always. And that's all I got to say about that this week on WRTR. Up next is the second half of the show. We be right back, niggas.
Good morning. Hey, gays. So I got a question. Well, not just for gay people, for anybody that can relate to this situation. Have you been somewhere and you was in a daze and you were just looking in a certain direction? And someone happened to be standing in that area where your face is facing. You're not looking at them because when you're in a daze, your vision is a blur. Now there's a man standing over there, right? And he think you looking at him. Then all of a sudden, he start flicking off, doing all this extra shit. Fuck he looking at me for. Fuck that gay motherfucker looking at me for. Now all that hand performance and moving and shit done broke your concentration. Now you're looking at him, trying to figure out, is it a DJ out here? Did a bitch drop a beat? Oh, he talking about me, thinking I was looking at him. Then you start hearing the shit that he's saying. Yeah, fuck that gay sweet motherfucker over there looking at me for. Then you gotta defend yourself. Cause bitch, who you talking to? Cause I'm over here daydreaming, trying to think about how the fuck I'm gonna finish all that I need to get done and get to Miss Shirley's before she closed. Because my spirit is yearning for some chicken and waffles. So for you to think that I'm staring at you, bitch, you delirious. You ain't nothing to look at, you ugly bitch. It's always those ones too. Two-tone face ass fucker. I don't know if you black and purple. Bitch, or is that face paint? Fuck, you going to a Baltimore Ravens game? And why the fuck you got them shoes on? Now we really looking, bitch, yeah. Reeboks on and Nike socks. And I'm the gay one, bitch. Seem like you the one that's fucking confused. And that dark-ass line around your neck. Bitch, you ain't supposed to sleep with your jewelry from the beauty supply on. And them brown-ass motherfucking teeth. Fuck, is that wood? Cause it ain't cigar paper. I can't believe this motherfucker talking about some, why you looking at me? Bitch, I wasn't looking at your motherfucking ass. You a horror picture, bitch. I don't want no motherfucking nightmares. All gay people don't be on that shit. Everybody don't want every motherfucking body. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself because I got everything that I need. The only thing that I want is my dream. And you ain't in it, Freddie.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
Inside the second half of this week's podcast. So, did y'all see this bullshit happening like in Michigan where Donald Trump went to that black church? Have y'all seen that on the news?
Mm-mm.
Come on,
No,
Lyric, you didn't see that shit either?
Mm-mm.
Damn, you usually be on it even before me sometimes. All right, so in an effort to basically secure support and like historically democratic towns and stuff, Donald Trump has like started this crusade to where he's going from town to town and he's like seemingly going to these black churches and black restaurants and black it's been popping up like herpes everywhere, talking about, yeah, we love the blacks and the blacks love me. And what he's doing
got me at the blacks.
This is what he's saying. This I posted videos, they're on my timeline. He literally says these things. So you got Donald Trump that he keeps going around to all of these different communities and like going, hey, look, niggas love me. And like, he started it off with these sneakers targeting like the young brothers and the young blacks and stuff. And, these Air Force Trumps. And then like all of a sudden he pivoted. Now you got Sexy Red talking about, all we need is Trump. And, like it's been bullshit and surgical strikes here and there. But now they're just getting more egregious. And he's popped up in these videos talking about how he went to this church and, the constituents of this church were, was predominantly black, and there were 8 million of people there, and all this other stuff. But then they panned in the camera, like the camera footage of him having this speech at this particular event. They panned to him, and you see him in a church. First off, most of the people there are white. You can count literally on 2 hands how many niggas was there.
Mm-hmm.
Then afterwards, like you're looking and you're spotting, and the place is not even that big. It could not fit 200 people, let alone, like 8 million, like seriously. And we're having conversations like this, and Trump is out here doing these things to kind of perpetuate this idea that different communities are seeing a different side of him. Mm-hmm. And it's getting weird. Have y'all noticed like any of this? Have you noticed it like amongst the people that you maybe follow online? But it's just weird that all of a sudden you got people that were never pro-Trump suddenly showing up like yay Trump, like Amber Rose. I think, did I talk about this already?
Nobody got time. Yeah, nobody got time for her.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird that Miss
Slutwalk herself.
Yeah, wouldn't be that person. So I don't know what's going on.
Child, I pay these celebrities in dust.
Exactly.
Because that's all y'all are.
Yeah,
y'all ain't influencing me.
But you know what? And that's what I'm saying. He's not just it's not just coming from celebrities now. Now he's marketing it more so towards like the commoner. Like, ooh, I showed up at your town's church and this, that, and the third. And he's trying to present himself as that person. And he's really not that person. Like,
but it ain't no different than what he's always done, though. Let's be clear. Remember, he had what's them 2
oh god
ghetto ass ladies he had on his he's been doing that. He's been doing that. I think one of them died too.
Yikes.
But, yeah, he been doing that, pandering to the blacks. Gotta pay him some mind.
But we won't. And here's the thing, we won't widely, but I don't want that to like fuck up and influence the people that are easily influenced. Like at this point, we can't leave every child behind and shit. Like no child can be left behind in this learning curve with this bullshit. Cause I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Anyways, I guess we should finish the second half of the show. It's all downhill from here. The Wi-Fi's are up next. We'll be right back, okay?
This lesbian creator made a video about how she doesn't think there's anything wrong with the term gold star lesbian. The gist is that she's proud of resisting her conditioning by not having an intimate history with men, and that she should be able to express that without being accused of shaming. And I want to share my perspective as a lesbian who's also never been with a man. Personally, I would say that I feel gratefulness rather than pride. Compulsory heterosexuality is a concept that was introduced in the 1980s and is basically used to describe the fact that society enforces heterosexuality. To the point that at some point, a lot of queer people did not even know that they were queer. Religion is a big part of this. Compulsory heterosexuality ends up in different ways depending on our individual circumstances. My mother is Christian, but she is far less judgmental and far more open-minded than a lot of her peers. Before my father passed, I was young, but I recall him having a best friend that was a lesbian, and he was non-religious. I can't imagine growing up in a household where it was actually dangerous to be queer. I got the messaging from outside, but internally, I was never bombarded with the message that I would burn in hell for all eternity for being a lesbian from the people who I was supposed to trust most in the world. I also became aware of my orientation very early. Before I knew what it meant to be a lesbian, I knew that I had no inclination towards boys. When they showed interest in me, it just felt incorrect. And then once I became aware of what sexuality meant, I just craved any information I could find about feminism, lesbianism, and decentering men. This started at like age 12. I share all this to say that had I been dealt different circumstances, I could have ended up being with a man at some point. And I would just hope that every lesbian knows that no woman is less for having current or previous dealings with a man, regardless of how proud you are of your own journey.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering what's the questions you want to know by taking your tweets. Yes, tweets at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com. And we take your Facebook messages over on our Facebook page, WRTR Real Talk Radio. This is the Y-Files. Remember, the truth is out there. Who want to go first?
Why am I out of nuts?
You know what?
Wait.
Why they charge so much for this little ass bag? And then
I feel like you asked that question at TiggaMann's brothel.
Look, well,
I'm real mad about it. But no, on some real shit. Why is everything so expensive nowadays? Like, golly.
Inflation.
I said that I went to the Taste of DC. Man, they had lemonade there. Don't you know what they give you at the carry out to get like wonton soup and shit in them little containers, little plastic containers?
Yeah.
This bitch gonna have the nerve to charge $10 for one of those things of fucking lemonade.
Oh no.
But let's not act like we don't be using them shits. I got about like 10 of them under the now.
At least have it, tasting $10 worth. That shit was worth $2, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Oh my
God. Why?
Because the truth is out.
Because the truth is out here.
Oh my why comes from me.
What you won't know?
Why do homeless people be catching attitudes with you when you when you walk by them and they ask you for some change because they want to get them something to eat because they're hungry, and you in return go get them something to eat, like from out of McDonald's, and give it to them, and they're like, I don't want that.
Because that motherfucker did not want no motherfucking food. He wanted food for them veins, boo.
You know what?
He wanted food for them lungs.
Yeah.
He wanted that crack cocaine.
Right. He said, fuck
like,
your Big Mac, you
not.
big butch-built, bad-built butch body, bitch. Get your Big Mac out of here.
They be catching attitude.
They do.
Legit. You just said you was hungry. Oh, here you go right here, bro. You go right
He didn't say he was hungry now. He might be hungry later, but he need them drugs first.
And he might already have something to eat, but he just need a little liquor to chase it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
You holding up the process, TiggaMann. Why are you so hateful?
Whatever.
Just saying. Because of the truth?
It's all there.
All right. Kareem from Texas wants to know, why are people using Big Back to explain everything nowadays?
Well,
body shape. He said body shape, Big Back. Behavior, Big Back.
Behavior right
Decisions, Big Back. Why Big Back instead of actually what it is? That's
because we love it. Let us have our fun.
That's
because
baby,
that's a Big Back question right there.
Oh my God. Wow. Y'all are part of the problem.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I
There
just
you go,
told my dad
Kareem.
what that meant the other day.
Oh my God. What did you tell him? No, what did you tell him it meant?
Because he got to sending recipes and stuff of food and stuff.
And he put Big Back in his recipe?
In our family group chat, he'd be sending like recipes and good food and stuff.
Like
he want to try out. And I was like, Dad, ain't nobody gonna be able to get rid of their Big Back if you keep sending all of these food. He's like, what does that mean? What's Big Back? I tell him what it meant. And yeah, I love it.
It's some white girl listening to this podcast right now
Big
going,
Back snacks.
It's like some white girl listening to this podcast right now going, Big Back? What does that mean? You want to know? You can't. Look it up. And that wraps it up for this week's Raw Files. You know the links. Hit us up. We'll be right back. Oh, do you? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Bush-built body right there.
I want to know why JT had all them drugs in his system, because who busting that booty hole? The people want to know.
They was turning him up. They had a field day on social media. When that came out, they had a field day on social media.
Yikes. From Big Backs to busted backs.
Yikes.
Leave us alone. All right, we'll be back. News to make you nauseous.
I am disgusted. You have to see this group of videos of Donald Trump talking very inappropriately about his own daughter, Ivanka. This will make you sick to your stomach. Take a look.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that part.
If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
I can't even. It's his own daughter. He just described his own daughter as voluptuous. Oh, it's so gross. Does anybody think that that behavior is appropriate? Does anybody think that's okay? To talk about dating your own daughter? To talk about her figure in that manner? Are you kidding me? Like, Donald Trump preys on his own family. That's the guy the Republicans are supporting. That's who they want to be the next president of the United States. What are we doing here? The choice is so clear. Don't vote for that. Don't vote for the convicted felon. Just support Joe Biden.
And now, say what? News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. Notice how long I draw out wall? That's for you, JT.
Well, anyways. So anyway, mine is not really nauseating, but it just made me feel some type of way when I read this.
All
so a young black mom
did you forget the show? I mean, what city, what state?
Oh, shit.
Is saying like what the fuck?
Okay. Say what, Indiana?
Say what?
A young black mom. Okay, so I'll just like Sabria Miles, a young African-American mother from Evansville, Indiana, experienced a terrifying ordeal when her car was unexpectedly repossessed with her newborn baby still inside.
Oh, I did read about that.
I'm burning your whole building down.
Right.
Fuck me.
The incident has sparked a community response to support her in her time of need. Miles had briefly left her baby in a running car while dropping off her toddler at daycare. As she turned around, she witnessed someone driving off with her car and her baby. With the help of another mother, Miles pursued the car down the street, overwhelmed with frustration and fear. She even thought someone had kidnapped her baby.
Wow.
She said, I couldn't talk. I was just too frustrated and I was crying. I carried my baby for 9 months and now I lost her. The police later confirmed that the man who repossessed the car didn't realize the baby was inside. Miles said she had no warning about the repossession and thought the situation had been resolved with the agent. Now left without transportation, Miles is grappling with losing her children's car seat and a cell phone still inside the repossessed car. Tanisha Carothers, a lawyer and daycare owner, expressed her outrage to think about the humanity. To think about the humanity of repossessing the car at a daycare. I would have been livid had a dealer done that in my parking lot to a family.
Listen.
Yeah, Carothers was moved by the mom's story and spearheaded fundraising efforts to support Miles. She set up a GoFundMe to help her get back on her feet. It has so far raised nearly $5,000.
So she should be able to get that car back then.
Exactly. So my thing about this, first off, why would you leave your newborn baby in a car just to run in the daycare to drop your toddler off? No, first of all, you're not supposed to be leaving your children in a car anyway.
Facts.
So that was my thing about that. That was dumb on her part. And then she says she had no warning about the repossession. You knew you weren't paying your daggone car note, so it's going to be repossessed. It's going to be repossessed.
I don't like so when you were reading this,
I mean,
I don't know how I feel about this because
but then when people when people tow cars, they just go snatch your car up. They're not gonna look at your car to see if anything. No, they gonna snatch your car up just like that. That's what they do.
So if she got the baby out, why she ain't get the car seat in the fucking phone?
No. She didn't get the baby out. The baby was still in the car. When the car got repossessed, the baby was in there.
So how did she end up getting the baby then?
I guess she must. Well, when they called the police, remember I said the police officer, they tracked them down and found out why the car was repossessed. So they had to get the baby when they got there.
So they just had the baby.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Usually they let you get your shit out your car.
Nah, sometimes they see that car right there, they're gonna lower that little beamer thing and roll it right under the car, under the tires, and then they take off with the car. That's what they
I know that, but like after they get it, they usually have it holding somewhere before they even do. They let you get your shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That story kind of fishy to me because you need $5,000 to get back on your feet. That shit should go towards whatever you need to get that car back.
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Now, what I don't want to happen is for her to pull up in some new shit, like some new hot state of the art type shit. Like, because then that's going to cause an outrage, and then she's going to experience a whole bunch of backlash for that. Because I don't know. I feel.
How you been riding it?
I feel weird about feeling bad about this because I don't know. Like in some ways, I get the struggle. Like this society is absolute shit. Like this economy is absolute shit. So I get the fact that you may have been behind on payments and things happen. But what I don't get, and like what's the like deal breaker in all of this for me is you making the decision to leave your baby unattended in this car. Like anything could have happened. What happened? What would have happened if you'd have tripped, fell, hit your head, and then the baby would have drove off to this tow yard, put there because the person evidently wasn't checking for shit.
Yeah.
So your baby's just there without a mom, without any care in a car.
Exactly.
Oh, and did you say the car was left running or not?
Yeah, the car was left running.
Mm-hmm.
But even that's even worse because then people could come and come on. In 2024, we should make better decisions.
Exactly.
Y'all got to do better out here.
Yes.
Yikes.
That's what nauseated me.
Well, this is literally on the cusp of your story, TiggaMann. So say what, Arizona?
Say what?
A 32-year-old mother in Arizona was arrested for leaving her 4-year-old daughter in a hot car while she went shopping intentionally, ensuring that the car was not running despite the 110-degree weather.
No. She tried to kill her baby.
She says, listen, like when the cops showed up, she told them that she didn't want her baby to drive off in the car. This is what she told the cop.
What?
Like no bull. This is what
she had the windows all the way rolled up and all that.
All of that. And
lock her up
110-degree weather while she went shopping.
That's crazy.
Lock her ass up. Throw away the key.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel bad for the other mother because I mean, the struggle. But then this mom, I'm like, throw her. Okay, y'all running my emotions ragged today. I hate it.
That's crazy.
Jail.
What you got, Miss Lyric?
All right. Say what? Boston, Massachusetts.
Say what?
A Massachusetts man. Now, there's several fucking shits going wrong in the story that I'm about to tell you. It's very nauseating, but just listen up, and you're going to be like, did she just say? Yeah, I just said that. Massachusetts man was held without bail, accused of fatally shooting a 15-year-old girl with whom he was in a relationship with. Trevor Beatty, 21, was arraigned in lower district court on multiple charges, including murder in connection with the death of Aliana Dickey. Middlesex County District Attorney Marion Bryan said Aliana's family members first feared she went missing when she did not show up for her eighth grade graduation Friday morning. It's not fair to her. She had lots of plans. Beautiful girl, said grandmother Tracy Smith. The district attorney said that about 6:10 p.m., the police received a 911 call from Aliana's grandmother, who said family members found the girl's body inside their home where the victim lived.
Yikes.
Ryan says that when the police arrived at the scene, they found her suffering from gunshot wounds in the first floor bedroom. 8 shots were fired, according to court documents. The 21-year-old had threatened to kill the girl and her grandmother days before the fatal shooting. He made statements as such, saying, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your grandma." He was going to shoot up the house. Aliana just turned 15 years old on April 18th, the district attorney says. The girl's family is now praying for justice. So I have several problems.
Yeah, this is multi-layered.
Several problems with that. First of all,
so they knew she was messing with this boy, this dude, this 21-year-old.
Exactly.
They knew she was messing with this 21-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
They even allowed him in the house.
So and the reason why he killed her is because she decided she no longer wanted to be in a relationship with him anymore. So he unalived her.
And then if they received threat calls days before, they didn't report it to the police.
And then, did you just say 8th grade graduation?
8th grade graduation.
Bitch, please. Bitch, please.
Okay, so I thought that maybe the microphone froze or something.
Oh no. I told you I was gonna. I gave you warning. I said there's gonna be several things.
Yeah, she was
wrong with
graduating
the
out of
story that I said.
She was graduating out of middle school.
Wow.
Messing with a 21-year-old.
Why would you? Okay, so
graduation just turned 15 in April.
Yeah, just turned 15.
Okay, so me, right, as a 21-year-old now for 20 some years, right? Because I've been 21 for a while. So just
bones cracking,
joints cracking. Just the thoughts. You're hateful. Just the thoughts of dealing with somebody, even at that age or even at that mindset of dealing with somebody who was even 18. Like I was like, you can't drink away. Like it was strange.
What do you have in common with? I'm not even going to say
nothing.
15, 14. She just turned 15. 14-year-old girl.
So you
in the 8th grade.
You said this was in Boston?
Yep.
Oh, they need to go to jail.
He's locked up. He's underneath the jail right now.
Parents need to go to jail for allowing a minor to mess with an adult.
Yeah.
Have a whole relationship with an adult. Oh yeah, they need to go to jail too.
Wow.
Because even if I think the consenting age is like 16 if the parents agree. So they need to
go to
do
jail.
some time too.
All of them.
Because it's y'all fault.
Yep.
What? Y'all allowed this bullshit to happen under your watch. Like, bitch,
that's
please.
Crazy.
Let me tell you something. Let a 21-year-old
got pregnant.
try to slide up on mine. You're getting
right.
Immediately. Fuck out of here.
That's crazy. And what if she would have got pregnant?
Wow. But y'all like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that kind of shit, especially some of these men out here. They like that type of shit. There are people out here that have had to lock up tweets because they saying shit like, I hope my next baby mother is 14 right now. Yeah, we heard about you, the rappers. You know, like,
that's
you know what? I'll tell you. Anyway, so
tell me later.
Yeah, but there are people out here that believe that and have that type of mentality. Drake texted me the other day.
Predator.
He said we were like best friends.
Rumor.
That's
or
crazy.
like you Diddy, allegedly.
He filed. Jail. For all of you nasty motherfuckers.
And on that nauseating note, if you want more, make sure you follow us on Twitter at WRTR Radio. We're very, I don't know, hateful. You can also follow me. I'm at MarcusSmoot. My name is Marcus Smoot.
And you can find me on X for the next maybe 10 days until I delete it. No, I'm not keeping. I'm not playing. I'm not playing that shit. Y'all nasty. As soon as they gave the A-OK, all y'all motherfuckers said, hey, look at me. Look at these titties. Look at this dick. Like, it's disgusting.
Poppers and Truvada for everybody. Yeah.
Hobby, baby. It doesn't consist of you opening your asshole on the internet. Okay?
No.
All right.
Not everybody can do that. Like, good grief. Everybody trying to make money on OnlyFans. I don't want to see it. Anyway. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
I cannot.
I don't know. Some of them snaps be a little more. I'm sorry. Some of these X videos are a little more tame than some of the snaps I've seen too.
Shit, not lately.
Well, true.
Anyway.
I know what you're talking about. Snapchat can get a little.
Oh yeah, no, they be doing that on. They be doing it on YouTube.
It's more so Snapchat after dark.
Yeah.
Twitter is all day, every day, 24/7. Ass, titties, asshole, nuts.
They said we're gonna show it. We got it. We're gonna show
everything. Like, come on, bro.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah.
And you can find me, your boy TiggaMann. And you can find me, your boy TiggaMann. On Facebook at Tony TiggaMann Nelson, on X and Instagram at TiggaMann82, and of course you can find me on OnlyFans, and also Just for Fans, and also
Pornhub.
Nah, they shut that down.
Oh my God!
Are you sure? You sure about that?
Nah.
The brothel life. Yikes.
Hey. Oh, there you go.
Shit, you might be on there after last.
You never know. Hey, you might see me on there.
I won't. And Lyric won't unless she catches it in the next 10 days.
Like, that's TiggaMann.
Phew. All right, so we're going to get a little bit more serious inside of Real Talk because we're talking Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth for us at the time of this recording, and we are definitely talking about what it means to each one of us and some of you, because I got your messages. Up next, we'll be right back.
I just want to say a quick happy Juneteenth too. Black folks from the South, especially Texas. Black women that wear their braids or faux locks excessively long. People that were in the club during the Travis Porter era. Black activists and educators. Gen X women that wear shirts like this. Queer black people. Black people who don't fuck with respectability politics. Black mamas and black daddies. Black folks that ain't colorists. Black men that grill. Black men with grills. Radical black folks that don't mind making others uncomfortable. Every man, woman, and child that whooped ass during the Montgomery Brawl. Black people from the suburbs. Black people from the hood. Black people from the country. Studs with brown straps. Black WNBA players. Black folks that are proud of our resiliency and the culture that we built from scratch. And every other black American watching this. We deserve reparations. Bye.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
We back, we black, and inside of Real Talk this week on Juneteenth on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Speaking of which, Juneteenth, what's it mean to you? We took some of y'all's messages, but I first wanted to let each one of the hosts say something, about Juneteenth and its impact on us, what it means for us, and all of that.
I mean, well, for me, to me, I guess this day is like for rejoicing, reflecting back on our past history, what our ancestors went through, and now we're able to speak freely, live freely, in which they could. I mean, well.
I get you.
In a way.
I get the sentiment.
In a way. Yeah, just in a way. Yes.
No, I mean, to your point, though, I get what you mean, though, because, I mean, even back then, we wouldn't have even had, this opportunity to even have a platform like this to where we literally talk about what it's like to be black every damn week.
Yeah.
And each one of our experiences, black and a man, black and gay, black and a woman, it's black and a mother, and just our different shared experiences. And it's just so much, and it's powerful. It's impactful. Right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Lee.
And then it was just like, it's crazy that it took 2 years later after the emancipation was signed or whatever.
Yes.
For we to totally be free, because it was more of what was it?
It was
like that in Texas. That was that state that was still under the Confederate control, under the Confederate control. So they were still slaves there. It was about like 250,000 or something like that. I think that's what they said. Yeah. And on this date, June 19, 1865, that's when
the news got to the niggas, and they was like, hey, you know what? We not doing this no more.
2 years later,
That's because, I mean, I don't know. That's deep seated for me, because I be believing, I don't like to believe in conspiracy theories or to drive too much attention in them. But I do know that there are significant parts of history that, just even looking at how Florida is acting now, are we would we be dumb to think that white people didn't pull this shit before, and it's just maybe it's fallen out, or we didn't have access to the information that like we have it today. It's just so much of our history and so much that has happened that is just always swept under the rug.
Right. And that kind of remind me also, have you ever seen that movie Antebellum?
Yep.
You see how they're down in where were they at?
Shit, that's been years. I do not remember.
Somewhere there was like somewhere down south in Virginia. I think that's where it took place at, where that little plantation down there with that slaves down there, and they didn't realize the outside of that everybody was living their lives.
Wow.
And then
you are right. It's in Virginia. Just it was southern United States that was extended from the conclusion of World War 1812. Antebellum South. You're right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And then when she what was her name? The singer that played the. Oh no, that was what you call her.
You mixing up stuff.
Hold on, no, that she was the singer. What's her daggone name? I can't even remember the girl name, but the star of the movie when she escaped from that plantation, and then wherever she ended up at, she was like, "What the hell? What? I didn't know about this. Seeing cars and all this other stuff. That's crazy."
Man, oh man!
She went back to get her family.
She did.
She did.
Miss Lyric, you're up.
Am I? I'm sorry, this thing is like acting crazy.
It's all right. We talking about black shit, and white people don't like that. They probably sabotaging them. Well, looks like we lost her again, TiggaMann. So I tell you, it's the government working against us. All right, so I'm gonna jump ahead and I'm gonna talk about it. So for me, like Juneteenth, it means so much. Me being so pro-black, me being so pro-pride, and all of these things. Like, this is a celebration. And I asked online to a lot of my audience, I asked about whether or not people were working on the holiday. And I know a lot of people, like, I'm never going to say, make your family hungry or let your family starve because because of political protests.
Right.
But for those that could take off today and did, like, shout outs to you. Because
that's what I did. That's exactly what I did.
And I'll tell you this, my job, it does not honor, even though it's a federal holiday now,
right?
My job does not honor it as a holiday. But I tell you what, July 4th, they asses won't be in the office.
Exactly.
I'll just say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, but for us, like, taking off this day to reflect and recognize those that have come before us that literally gave their lives so that we would have the opportunity, so that we would have the autonomy, so we would have the options to even be able to sit at home and decide, hey, you know what, today I'm not working for Whitey. I'm just not gonna do it. And those are the people that you honor. So today, I like I said, I watched that documentary about Black Barbie. I watched another documentary. Then afterwards, I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of documentaried out. And I turned on like Justice League, right? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. It's Juneteenth. I'm not watching Superman's white ass. So I went ahead and I turned on Black Lightning. And like, it was just changing the mindset and doing different things like that. One of my Facebook friends has a t-shirt shop. I went and I promoted his business and stuff. He actually ran a Juneteenth sale today. So I was able to promote and, you know, get his business out there and, you know, show him some love and, you know, just giving back to the community at large. And those are ways that I gave back just into my community and how I felt. You know, it's powerful out here. It is, and it's something to be said for every little Black quirk or every little thing that we notice. Like, you know, the difference in the way a Black man walks versus the way a white man walks. You know a difference in like how we are going to respond to something, or just even that nod from across the room from the other Black person in a white space. Like, all of that shit is important to who we are as Black people. Juneteenth is like the celebration of all of those moments put together. Right. And it's, like I said, it's powerful and it's impactful. It makes me feel larger. It makes me feel like I'm part of a community. You know, because growing up Black, one of the first lessons that they try to instill in your mind is that you're not a part of anything and that you are alone and that you don't have a sense of community. In all of our like depictions of everything, like we go online today, I saw 4 or 5 people posting fight videos, bitches tearing out weaves and braids and shit like that. And I thought, on Juneteenth, huh? Just shit like that. But it's just in our behavior and the way we act. The fact that I picked up and I went, okay, I'm all for a ratchet hood fight every now and again, but on Juneteenth though, is that what we need to go for? Right. Like the fact that I can look online and see Billy Porter in that ugly ass yellow outfit.
Oh God,
what did he do that for?
Yeah.
And I can say he looks a hot ass mess and drag him and not be homophobic. Like, you know, and I could drag another Black man saying, what the fuck? Like, I can do these things and I can take them in. Like, it's a celebration. I love it. It means a lot. Welcome back, Lyric.
Yes, my computer is an asshole today. I don't know what the fuck this bitch's problem is.
I choose to believe it's the government.
Hopefully. Oh, it ain't gonna be no good note that I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna tell you what has been on my mind.
Go for it.
About Juneteenth. I'm so sick of y'all motherfuckers trying to whitewash every goddamn thing that we have. It pisses me off that every fucking year we got to tell y'all we do not like the watermelon and motherfucking chicken menus that y'all motherfuckers try to push our way. We don't like that shit. All the advertisements have nothing but white people on them. I done seen on Amazon y'all advertising Juneteenth motherfucking t-shirts with not a Black person in motherfucking sight, and it pisses me off.
Are you serious? They
y'all
did
all
not
trying to whitewash this holiday. It's like we can't have shit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that shit. Y'all do it during Black History Month all month long, and y'all doing this shit. We can't even get a goddamn day.
Not one.
Like,
not
enough is
day.
enough. It's bad enough that we had to fight to get representation, to see our Black faces on television and in shows and be recognized for shit. But we can't have a day.
Not one.
Y'all gotta whitewash that too? Like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit. There's plenty of Black models that y'all can use for these advertisements that y'all have for what's supposed to be our fucking day. Y'all motherfuckers was the ones who enslaved us to begin with. Let's be clear. We can't even celebrate that, being free. Cause y'all still on some this holiday is about togetherness. Is it though?
Is it?
Let's start with whitewashing all the Black holidays. Let's start there.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm sick of.
Yeah, it makes sense. And you know what? It's true. Like, we see it all day, every day. What was it? Them damn Etsy stores popping up with the Proud Black Father t-shirts that we see, and it'd be like white models and stuff in the shirts.
Yeah.
Y'all,
I can't. It's ridiculous.
Y'all gotta stop doing that Bama
It's
shit,
ridiculous.
man.
It's ridiculous.
Let people have their thing. Let black people celebrate. Let black people be happy. You know what? Matter of fact, I saw like the other day, I posted, one of my little work videos where I'd be saying like, you'll see my face point at a video and it'd be something like just people having fun, but it'd be like somebody having fun and you're not used to them having fun. Like I saw a video, or I posted a video of this woman that she was twerking and stuff. And the first thing I saw, now this woman that was twerking, she ain't had no legs now. And she was on a boat. She was in a bikini. I guess they was playing music. So she hopped her little, she hopped her little amputee booty up on the pole and started twerking and stuff. Like, work, bitch. Having a good time, right? Comments. Go to them. This white woman in the comments. Have some decency. I'm so sick of seeing this. And I was like, for what are you sick of seeing? Like, girl, get a grip. They're on a boat. Right. They're having a good time. They're in bikinis. They're listening to music. If then not to twerk, when to twerk? And I don't even want people getting these little Karen energies together to where then you take that same energy and go out to somebody's black ass cookout and be wanting to police black people for having a good time or for people enjoying themselves or go to some, pride event, see the fags out there twerking and having a good time and then want to hate crime. Like, I don't want any of this. Like, leave people alone. Let people have a good time. Thank you for that lyric.
So you fuck around and find out.
Because some of y'all
just saying.
I'm gonna let y'all just be y'all and fuck around to find out. And that wraps up the Juneteenth show here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. TiggaMann, thank you. Miss Lyric, thank you. Y'all got anything before we get out of here?
Who trying to go to a brothel?
Gross.
Like,
they need to like fix this Wi-Fi situation because I'm sick of that shit too.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? What type of shit y'all putting in the air to fuck the Wi-Fi up? Like, fix it.
Probably shit to kill us. Anyways. All right. That's it. We'll holler at y'all next time here on WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Peace.
Now, TiggaMann, about this brothel.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's episode featured posts from TikTok creators Dash Dabrowski, Chris the Author, The Conscious Lee, I Am Lonnie B, and Harry Sisson, using our platform to amplify your voices.